These two, father and son, were arguing in a car stuck in a traffic jam. Suddenly, someone breaks the door of their car and attacks it. The people who were outside the car get back inside. The attacker is either a human or an animal. It's hard to understand. The police take this strange creature. We learn that due to some disease in the city, humans have started taking the shape of animals. The government is looking for a cure for this disease. Franschio, whom we saw in the car, had a wife who was also a victim of this disease and was admitted to the hospital. Franschio wanted to take care of his wife himself, but due to her deteriorating condition, doctors advised him to keep her in the hospital. When he goes to meet her, we see her face, which was exactly like an animal. When Franschio tells his daughter to meet her mother, she replies, "What will I do by meeting her? Now she doesn't even understand what I'm saying." Franschio says, "Oh, she'll be happy to see you. You go." At the hotel where Franschio works, the people there have told him that a new hospital has been built nearby, which is much stronger because animals will be kept there. At night, all the sick people were being shifted to that hospital, but because of the chaos, the bus falls into the water. Many such animals are killed, and many are lost. That night, Franschio's son is also scared to see a person like this in the window of his house, but when he looks again, there is no one there. He thinks this is his imagination. As soon as Franschio finds out about this accident, he goes to the site to look for his wife. Strangely, he finds out from the police officer that his wife was neither among the dead nor the living. She was lost somewhere. The scene cuts, and we see Franschio's son playing tug-of-war with the children at school, where he alone defeats the opposing team in a few minutes, indicating he has a lot of strength he didn't know he possessed. In all this, his nail also breaks. When he is going home, his friend stops him and asks him about the party on Friday, which he doesn't want to attend for some reason. When he comes home, he notices that his tailbone is coming out. He is afraid that he is also becoming an animal. In this fear, he starts taking a bath, but this was not a problem that water could wash away. On the other hand, Franschio meets the same police officer in the mall, from whom he found out about his wife's disappearance. The officer still says that his wife is nowhere to be found. "Her name is not on my people's list, and we are taking good care of the survivors," he says. During these talks, suddenly someone shouts loudly in the mall. Amidst the chaos, when everyone turns to look, the man says that he saw a strange person. Everyone moves aside while Franschio goes ahead to see this strange person, thinking it might be his wife. However, it turns out to be a man who looked like an octopus, trying to run away after seeing the police officer with Franschio. The man threw various objects at the officer, but the officer was very quick and managed to catch him. After catching him, Franschio also sees a little girl who had turned into a bird. When he comes out of the mall, the police officer asks Franschio who he bought so much stuff for. Franschio replies, "Nothing. I'm just going to the cafe. I will need this stuff there." In reality, he bought this stuff to find his wife. He thought that after the accident, his wife was lost in the jungle. He hung his and his son's clothes in the jungle, hoping that his wife's enhanced sense of smell would lead her to them. There is a government order that such sick people cannot be kept at home, but Franschio wanted to take care of his wife himself, which is why he needed all this stuff. When he comes home, he tells his son, "Today, 2 animals were seen in the mall. Many people have been lost after that accident, and I think your mum is also lost. Don't worry. We will go to the jungle on Friday and find her." However, Franschio's son was going to a party on Friday because a girl had invited him. Franschio, not wanting to prevent him from going, allows him to attend the party, but tells him to be home before 8 o'clock. Everyone is having a lot of fun at the party, when suddenly Franschio's son gets dizzy. A girl sees his condition and gives him a tablet, but instead of swallowing it, he licks it like a dog. After that, he goes to the jungle without fear. When he wakes up in the morning, he is in the jungle and feels like something is stuck in his throat. He immediately returns home. His lips and color had changed significantly. When his dad comes to see him in the bathroom, he quickly closes the door and pulls something out of his throat, which turns out to be a pumpkin. The boy realizes that he is also turning into an animal. Now he goes with his dad and their dog to the jungle to find his mother. Franschio's son calls out to his mother loudly, but when they don't find anyone, he gets tired and goes to sleep. In the middle of the night, his dog suddenly starts barking loudly and leads them to a tree where a monkey-shaped person is perched. When they go to check, an eagle-shaped person suddenly attacks Franschio's son. Before killing Franschio's son, the eagle-shaped person recognizes that he is also turning into an animal and will not harm him. However, the eagle-shaped person still hurts Franschio's son, so Franschio takes him to the hospital. The boy resists because going to the hospital would reveal the truth about his transformation. Franschio takes his son home. But when they get there, his son strangely takes off the bandage, opens his legs, and starts licking his wound. Even at school, when the rats make noise in his lab, Franschio's son screams loudly, silencing all the rats as if they understand him. After that, he goes to the river and eats a raw fish from it, which a woman witnesses. Before she can react, he runs away. In the jungle, he meets the eagle-shaped man again, who is trying to fly and has had some success. The eagle-shaped man gives him a raw fish he caught and says, "I am changing into a bird. I want to fly, but I fall again and again, and it hurts me a lot. Do you know any place where I can learn to fly easily?" The boy responds, "Yes, why not?" He takes him to a pond and pulls the leaves aside, saying, "You can fly here freely. Even if you fall, you will land in the water and not get hurt." Meanwhile, in Franschio's restaurant, an animal-shaped man suddenly attacks Franschio. Franschio notices another animal-shaped figure, possibly his wife, who runs away. As the attacking animal screams loudly, the restaurant owner angrily commands it to shut up, but it doesn't obey. The animal, chained by its feet, cannot escape back to the jungle and moves towards the customers. The police arrive and capture the animal. Franschio accompanies the officer to the jungle to search for the other animal, but only finds his daughter's bicycle. At home, while washing his hands in the sink, Franschio finds broken nails, confirming his suspicion that his son is turning into an animal. It is shown that last week one of his son's teeth broke and fell out, causing others to mock him. He then went to the eagle-shaped man, watched his practice, and bandaged his wounds. Franschio's son refuses to show his hands to his father, confirming his transformation. The boy runs away, but Franschio catches him, saying, "Please, Dad, leave me, don't catch me." Franschio responds, "No, I know what is happening to you. You are turning into an animal. Just tell me what changes are happening so I can find out which animal you are becoming." The boy says, "I can hear many players from far away, and my nails are strange." Franschio asks, "Do your friends know this?" The boy replies, "No, no one knows." He then asks, "Will you also keep me chained like Mum?" Franschio is silent for a while and then says, "Not now, but I don't know about the future." The next day, there is a party at Franschio's restaurant. When Franschio's son arrives, his nails are very long. His father scolds him, asking, "Why didn't you cut your nails?" Feeling hurt, the boy attacks his father, injuring him. Franschio, trying to protect him from others' eyes, puts a scissor to his neck and threatens to cut his nails. After cutting them, Franschio's son meets his friend. They become very close, and the girl touches his backbone, saying, "I know everything about the changes happening to you, but I don't care." Meanwhile, his classmate also knows the truth about him and confronts him with a strange device. This device's sound doesn't affect humans, but it greatly distresses animals. This boy annoys Franschio's son a lot, saying, "I have known your secret for a long time." Franschio's son can't take it anymore, and in anger, slaps the boy so hard that it leaves marks on his cheek. Due to these incidents, the situation deteriorates further. The police and army start searching for him in the jungle. The eagle-shaped man who helped him earlier helps him again. While flying, he takes Franschio's son deeper into the jungle. The police and army follow them. Franschio's son crosses the river, but the eagle-shaped man cannot. The army shoots at him, and he dies in the attack. Franschio's son considers the jungle his new home. He eats fruits and bathes in the river, noticing strange marks on his back as his body changes rapidly. While exploring the jungle, he finds a community of people who have also transformed into animals. Here, he meets his mom, who recognizes him by his scent. She cannot speak like a human, but guides him to a cave, indicating it is a safe place for him. Emily notices that some people have turned into snakes, monkeys, pigs, and other animals. Despite their transformations, everyone lives peacefully until the military arrives and fires smoke bombs, causing chaos. Using a special device, the military emits sounds that disturb the animals, including Franschio's daughter. She is captured by the military, but a girl who turned into a cricket escapes by hiding in a tree. The police bring Franschio's son back to the city. When Franschio meets the police, he claims, "This is my son, who went into the jungle at night." Since Franschio's son still looks human, the police don't suspect anything and give him a paper to sign. Unable to sign, he screams in frustration, raising suspicion that he is transforming into an animal. The police try to capture him, but Franschio kills the police officer, signs the paper, and takes his son away. The officer who had been helping Franschio throughout the movie now realizes something is wrong and alerts the military to follow them. Franschio's son, scared, asks, "If they catch me and lock me in the health center, will you come to meet me?" Franschio reassures him, "It's not possible for them to catch you. I am with you." Franschio's son then mentions seeing a mob in the jungle, which makes Franschio hopeful. They quickly leave the car and head into the jungle. Franschio tells his son, "Go, you will be happy if you stay in this jungle with others like you." Franschio's son runs away, and Franschio, with tears of happiness in his eyes, watches as he escapes the government's torture. With this, the story ends.